Alright, here's how we go. I have lost track of the time today. I've been doing some decorating, and I'm at the dentist in 1 hour to have one of my wisdom teeth removed. Now, you can probably imagine what I'll be like after I've had my wisdom teeth removed. It may make for a more entertaining video, but I don't think I'll be very good at answering your questions. So we're going to launch straight into it. Usual rules. Whichever dies first, laptop battery, phone battery, or I run out of time. So, Seamus Delane says, why do you think WCW made such ridiculous booking decision, gimmicks, finishes, etc., when it was clear that they were doomed to fail? The only thing I can think of, Seamus, is that they thought that they would work. That they've come up with these gimmick matches, like the triple cage matches, Slamboree, baby! And thought this will change the industry, and people will pay lots of money to watch this show. Or to watch this match. This will be a draw. No one's ever done this before, and people have seen Ready to Rumble, and they go, oh my god, there was a triple cage match in that film. I want to pay hard-earned money to see this one. And it turns out in the real world is that people went, no, I ain't watching David Arquette as the world champion. But the only thing I can think of is that they thought it would work. They thought it. Watching the latest OSW review and seeing the Halloween Havoc 95 and the monster trucks, they obviously thought that that would work, you know? That's the only thing I can think of. They thought, in their mind's eye, this is genius. Okay, hope that answers your question. God damn. Why? Autumnally Influence says, gosh, this is a big one. Good day to you, Mark. Congrats on 1,700 subscribers and hope for many more to come. Ah, yeah, really long question, tiny answer. Check this one. Got a pretty topical question for you. And since Wrestle Kingdom 9 has come and gone, in case you wondered, I've watched it myself and it was absolutely spectacular. One of the best pay-per-views I've seen in years and years. Right, let me just say, Wrestle Kingdom 9, we'll watch it eventually. I've got this backlog of wrestling at the moment that I've got so much. I've got like the 4 PCW shows to watch that I went to, the ROH ones. They're all on Vimeo. I want to watch all of those, for example. I'll finish. On to the question. I remember you saying in an older Q&A from a couple of years ago that although you admit you've seen a lot of it, you've said it's the best kind of wrestling, you don't really watch a whole lot of Japanese wrestling, aside from watching and reviewing the Super J Cup from 1994. I would personally say that Japanese wrestling, I would personally say that Japanese wrestling, at least in the case of New Japan Pro Wrestling, has everything you could want from a wrestling promotion. Great talent, excellent matches, ring psychology, storytelling, championship actually having value and importance, and just overall match, much bigger emphasis on the wrestling portion of the wrestling. Okay, enough lengthy build-up. My question is, if you had the time, would you watch more Japanese wrestling? Or if you don't have enough time or enough interest in it, what would it take you to have more interest in it? And you've already answered the question for me. It's the time thing. It really is. I've said on Q&As before, I've said on reviews before, people have this impression of me that because I do this, because I do YouTube, because I do wrestling reviews, is that I watch a whole boatload of wrestling. And the actual truth is, as a rule, I will watch 2 shows a week. I'll watch whatever show I'm doing for my whatever reviews up that week. And like, for example, last night, I've said on Q&As before, Tuesday night's wrestling night for me. What I'll do is, like last night, I got a bottle of honey Jack Daniels and a couple of bottles of Pepsi Max and invite my brother-in-law around and said, right, tonight we're watching Dragon Gate. And we watched the Dragon Gate 10th anniversary show, Dragon Gate UK, sorry, the one that we went to in July. I've finally got the DVD. I got the DVD for Christmas. I've been sat waiting for a right moment. This is it. So this week so far, I've watched that, and I've watched New Year's Revolution 2005, and I won't be watching anything else. I'll be watching Royal Rumble 99 at some point before Sunday. So that's it. I don't have enough time with my job and like doing shit like decorating the house, and I just don't have the time for wrestling. It's crazy. I don't watch. I've always said that I don't watch TNA because I don't think I'm a big enough wrestling fan. I don't have the time. If you're a big enough wrestling fan, you'll make time for TNA. But I don't. I just don't. Japanese wrestling's great. That Dragon Gate show we watched last night, Yamata versus BB Hulk from last night, from July. Sorry, the match of the year in my opinion that I saw. It was the best match. I watched it last night, giggling like a little girl because it was perfect. It was a 5-star match. It was fan-pissing-tastic. Yeah, it's all on time. It's all on you. It's one of those. Yeah, I'd love to, but it's time. So unfortunately, what I'll always say. I'll say like this with any wrestling out there. If there was demand for it, I'd watch it. So if my inbox had 100 messages in it saying, Mark, will you please review Wrestle Kingdom 9? And I'd be like, yeah, of course I will. But since I've had like 3 messages, I won't be doing it. It's that simple. AJ Lee is wet. Says, Vince wants to give Adrian Neville a superhero gimmick, and he wants to put the guy in a mask. Do you think he will still get over if he has this silly gimmick? I think Vince dislikes his ears. Well, he has got big ears, hasn't he? I've kind of been expecting this. I don't think they just have him as he is. You know, it could work. It's not going to be like a main event though, is it? I don't know. It worked for Ray, so. Sorry about this. I'm really desperately needed today. I've had such a long day. So CM Drunk 3-6. Sorry, yeah. Do you think he can still get over? Yeah, because it's the moves that the people are going to like, aren't they? And they're still going to. Oh, I don't know. I keep him as he is, to be honest. But I would have kept him as Pac, so that's just me. I think he can because he's a talented wrestler. He's all right nowadays on the mic, but in a superhero thing, I don't know. Superheroes are in vague at the moment, so it could work. That's what my first thought is. CM Drunk 316. Hey Mark, what's the first thing you will watch on the WWE Network? Now I can be really pedantic here and go, I just put the first thing that's on just to make sure it all works. It's Great American Bash 1989 from my mate Joey. He's been pestering me for years to review the show, and it's always been like, no, I can't get a decent copy of it, or the copy that I've got is on bits, or the copy that I've got is pitch quality is a joke. And it's always been something like that. It's like I want to wait until I've got. So the first thing that I'll be watching and reviewing off the network, if it ever comes over here. I mean, I know it said 19th, but I just won't believe it until it's on my computer, on my Xbox, you know. Yeah, so that's that. Hi, Mark, says Walkerman404. Congratulations on 1,700 subscribers. Do you know, it took me 4 months to get 100 subscribers. That's never good, is it? If WWE had given Christian a deserved in early... If WWE had given Christian a deserved in early 2005... If WWE had given Christian a deserved in early 2005 and he hadn't moved to TNA by the end of the year, do you think he would have had the sort of success Edge did? If WWE had given Christian a deserved in early 2005, what does that mean? What's a deserved? Is that like, I'm guessing that's a slang for something else? I don't know, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Andrew C says, when you get the WWE Network, do you plan to review some or all of the Clash of the Champions? Well, let me put it this way to you, fella. I've never seen any Clash of the Champions show, so it's something I'll definitely be thinking of watching. You know, my first one is Nitro. All the Nitros in order, as well as the Raws at the same time. So, you know, to watch Raw, watch Nitro, watch Raw, watch Nitro. From the Monday Night Wars, because there's so many Raws that I just don't remember from the mid-90s. There's so few episodes of Nitro that I've seen. So what I'm doing, I've said this on one of the live Q&As I did. You know, I've just mentioned that Tuesday night's wrestling night. If we haven't got like a latest PWG show or something like that, if we ever manage to clear the backlog, what I want to do is what Alex used to watch. Alex used to flick between the two shows on a Friday night over in England, whereas I didn't, obviously I was strictly Raw. So, of course, there'll be things that he missed and there'll be things that he hasn't seen for years, so I'm looking forward to watching things like that with him. Clash of the Champions, yeah, maybe. So, here's an interesting one. The AJA says, hi, Mark. Long-time viewer. I'm out with the C, which is very much appreciated. Love the show. I was just wondering, if Psycho Sid genuinely soiled his trunks at WrestleMania 13, do you think he did this on purpose so the Undertaker could get a right taste of Sid's vicious arse while he was up in the tombstone position? So my question is, what would you do in that situation? Actually disgracing yourself in the ring during the match, or dealing with an opponent who has followed through? Thanks. Keep up the excellent work. I mean, the thing is, right, it's other than, you know, sort of, it's one of those folklore things, isn't it? But, you know, it doesn't affect... My match is still just shit. You got to feel for Undertaker for the tombstone. In that situation, I would try and get onto the ring and do it under there. With the opponent, I just don't know. I just don't know, because it's like, yeah, if him saying to me, I'd have to sort of shit myself. But, all right, okay, you can shit yourself. But they're like, yeah, but your arse is going to be right... My nose is going to be in line with your arsehole when we do that. I'd hold my breath. I'd do... drop him with the tombstone. You know, I won't be breathing in through my fucking nose, I know that much. Do I think he did it on purpose? I hope not. I really hope not, because, you know, that's just fucking disgusting. That's in the main event of WrestleMania, you know, fuck off. Kat Kennedy Breeze says, what do you think of Adrian Neville possibly being brought to the main roster with a Mighty Mouse gimmick? Oh, it gets more intriguing. The guy before said superhero, but now we've got Mighty Mouse of, what, 1950s? 19? No, can't be 1950s. Mighty Mouse, though. Could get over with the kids. It wouldn't surprise me if he crashed and burned. I worry about everyone who gets called up to the main roster at the moment. I see the Ascension and just, apparently they haven't gone down too well, and I see Adam Rose and just think, yeah, rushed. And I worry. I think they're in the comfort zone and everything works in NXT, and then they get to the main roster. It's just one of those, no, because the fans don't. Not as many people seem to watch NXT as I thought. Isn't that strange? My team, serious, right, this is one of those times where reading the dirt sheets and reading wrestler spoiler sites and all that shit that I don't do if I can help it. It's one of those times where you're really missing out. If you don't, Mighty Mouse. You're going to have to embellish me on that one. Mighty Mouse, seriously? Liam Monaghan says, how long till the dreadlocks go? Now, that is an interesting question. As I'm sure you can tell, I lost half my dreadlocks in 2014. Got 17 are left. I wanted to change. I wanted something different. I don't know if you can tell on this camera because of the way that I've got the aspect ratio, but I've got a lot of grey hairs. That's why they went. That's why the sides are going. That's why I keep them shaved as a rule. I just haven't done them for a couple of days. I've got used to having a bald head now on the sides because I don't want my greys. It's so vain. Oh, I always say I just go gracefully, but it looks so shit. I look like such an old man with all my greys. The answer is, what I'll say is, don't be surprised if it's not very much longer. I wanted to change, and I'm 32, and I've had my dreadlocks for so many years. I've had them for 12 years, 13 years now. I've had my dreadlocks, and it's one of those. I've always said that they're part of me and all that, but at the same time, I don't think what I've got up top now matches the dreads, if that makes sense. I don't think it works, and it's going to be a bit more. Going to need a bit more experimentation to get them how I want them. So yeah, don't be surprised by the end of this year if they've gone. Don't be surprised if by say July they've gone. It's one of these days I'm just going to go right. So what I did is I started cutting them off, and then what I did is I left them for a bit. And then I sort of cut a load more off, sort of one at a time, and sort of took photos of myself and put them on Facebook and shit like that. And just said, sort of said to my missus, like, I wonder if anyone will actually notice. One day I cut 4 off in one go, and not a soul noticed, or said anything. So, right, okay, won't be long. Manny G, hi Mark, congratulations on 1,700 subscribers, mate. Been subscribed to you since 2010. Good grief, 5 years now, or 4 years have gone. Fantastic. So you've seen all of the 10 years ago series. My question to you is based on other gimmicks. Who could have won the World Heavyweight Championship between these legends? There's no other word for it. Between the Gobbledygooper, Mantor, the Shock Master, and the Booty Man. Now, surely there is only one choice for those 4, and that's the Booty Man. And the reason is simple, isn't it? Because it's Ed Leslie, one of Hulk Hogan's best mates. So if any of them was going to get a world championship, not because they deserve it, but it would be him. But the Booty Man was a shocking gimmick. I love my own ass. There's 2 examples of men in wrestling who are infatuated with his own ass. The Booty Man and Billy Gunn. Excuse me. The high knee finisher. Oof. Anyway, so yeah, that's who I'd choose. Timmy D. Hi Mark, congratulations on making it to 1,000 subscribers. I've been a subscriber and consistent viewer since 2008. 2008! 6 years of putting up with me waffling. What? I have a couple of questions in mind, but instead of I go forward with one. In your opinion, who has the evil boss storyline angle in wrestling been overdone to the point that fans have gotten worn out by it? When the authority returned to Raw this past Monday, what? In the comments down below, let me know, because I don't know what. The authority return, Cena's got the power to bring them back, and what has done so. Oh, great. There wasn't as much heat from the crowd as you would have expected. Could it be it's done due to fans being bored by a stale product, or has the whole corporate control idea been beaten into the ground? I have no time for it. It's alright at what it does, and when you've got people like Stephanie and Triple H who can cut a decent heel promo and be dicks and design, get you pissed off, yeah, got it. But it's been done to death for over a decade, hasn't it? It's boring and it's stale, and I don't know what they would have instead. But at the end of the day, wrestling existed for years without having a general manager or authority figure other than funny Jack fucking Tunney, didn't they? And he didn't come up with they'd wheel him out of his box for major announcements, I'm sick of it, and I'm not surprised, but if what you're saying is true, that there wasn't as much heat from the crowd as we might be expecting. Why the authority back? Why? I don't get that one. They were gone and shit. This again. This is not checking Raw results. I don't even check Raw results anymore. I said to myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start watching Raw again in the new year, and then just the way that the vids have lined up, that I wanted to put this new 10 years ago episode on the up online on a Monday, meant that it's one of those. No, that's just not going to happen. This one, so yeah, I might start watching after Rumble, but it's just one of those. I don't want to do this. It's one of those things. I don't want to watch. I was talking to a friend just yesterday, and they were saying, you must watch a lot of WWE. It's like, no, I don't. And if it was up to me, I wouldn't watch any, is the truth. I wouldn't watch any current product whatsoever. It's literally just because I do the vids. If my YouTube, if this channel went down yet tomorrow, I probably would never watch WWE ever again. Unless it became particularly good. I may watch WrestleMania if the lads are watching it. Or I think PCW were doing an event on the day of WrestleMania this year, and then they've got their show, and then it's WrestleMania. So I'd watch it like that, but I couldn't be arsed. It's only because of you guys. It's literally that. You guys want to see what I think of the latest product, so I tell you. But it's one of those things where it's not the end of the world for me if I miss a review. It's more on the, I've lost so many views than anything. Anakin Skywalker asked, do you like Star Wars? And the answer is yes. The Nage 1. Hi Mark, congrats on 1,000 subscribers, 1,700. You certainly deserve it. In your opinion, is there such thing as a match that is so bad that it's good? Yeah, of course there is. What's ones that are just, you can get entertainment out of something like the evening gown match between Pearson and Briscoe. I'm sure there are some people out there that were laughing their asses through that. Thought it was the most amazing thing ever. I'm sure Vince McMahon was creasing up backstage. The whole company thought it was hilarious, sort of thing. One of those, yes, Vince, yes, it was great. So yeah, there are times when they're so goddamn shit that Sorry to name drop them again, but OSW recently did the Halloween Havoc with the Yeti! And when the Yeti comes out and starts bumming Hogan, that is hilarious. That's genuinely funny stuff. So yeah. Oh, good question. Elaine Walker. Hey Mark, been watching you back since 2010. Amazing, thank you. If Stone Cold and The Undertaker were not injured in the year 2000, what do you think the main event of WrestleMania 16 would be? I don't think Big Show would be in there, let's put it that way. Oh. Well, actually, I will take out a show and put Austin back in there, because I reckon that Undertaker and Big Show were feuding, weren't they? Sorry, they were teaming together in late 99. So there's a chance that with Russo gone, especially, that those two would have fought off against each other. That's how I would have booked it. Those two fight off at WrestleMania. And put Stone Cold in Big Show's place, and probably not with Shane. So yeah, that probably wouldn't have happened, would it? But I like to think in storyline at least, Austin was more likely to side with Shane than with Vince. Because Shane had a problem with Vince at the time, so maybe. Main Man MB. Hi Mark, big fan of your reviews. Congratulations on 1,700 subscribers. In relation to tag team wrestling, why does WWE consistently break up tag teams? Surely it would make sense to keep tag teams together when majority of the time the split favours nobody. Creative usually has nothing lined up and both wrestlers just dwindle. Also, for merch sales purpose, wouldn't it be better to have a tag team or stay a bit over than two wrestlers left idle? Cheers. What a good question. I don't understand why when they have a tag team, what I don't understand is why they break them up for no reason at all, or they break them up and then they put on the breakup angle, and they do the breakup angle, and they put the payoff, as it were, on a generic B-level pay-per-view instead of having it on one of the big ones that matters. That's something that's always been a baffle of mine, and it's always been surely you break up a tag team when they've run the course and the fans are maybe starting to turn on them or something like that. When they're at the prime, I just don't go down. One of the things that WWE have been doing for so long now is just putting two random heads together, having them as a tag team, and then 6 months later they break up, one of them turns heel and they feud, the tag team breakup angle. It's just one of those, gosh, it's so overdone. Man, so I was just thinking about later 80s wrestling tag teams and how many of them was, and I love how, for me, tag teams have got to have double team moves, and they've got to have matching outfits, and ideally they've got to have not only a name for the team, but their moves have got to have names that fit in with that name and everything. You know, two random guys feuding, two random guys who are teaming up, they know that they're going to feud very shortly. It's the ones that are the similar that they do it for me, How's that sound? I don't know why. To answer your question, I don't know. Because Vince. Because he's an idiot. Who's got an attention span of a fucking gnat. Who goes, right, we need something for this pay-per-view. Let's have those two split up. Like, why? Is there a reason for it? No. Back in the day, there'd be 6 months storyline as to why they're splitting up. Now, there's just this. So that's nice. Good for you, sort of thing, isn't it? Scene play. What other that's an odd way to word it. What other WWE events have you been to and where are they any good? Now, the only reason I can think of this when you say other is because on my latest 10 years ago episode, I mentioned the last show I went to, which was the Raw show in 2004. So, WWE, I went to Insurrection 2002 here in London, and I went to the Tour de Force in Sheffield in 2003. And I went to a house show, a SmackDown house show in about September 2003, Raw house show 2004, and an episode of Raw taping in 2004. And that is all. I haven't been to a WWE show now for over a decade, and I would only go if someone gave me free tickets. I will not pay for the privilege, especially nowadays. Come on, man. I went to 29 shows last year, 29 Brit Wrestling shows, and I'm pretty certain that every single one of them had better wrestling on them than any WWE house show would. Oh yeah, paying for the names. You're paying to say you've seen John Cena. That's what you're paying for, aren't you? Sam Air says, "Hi Mark, been a fan for several years now and continue to thoroughly enjoy your videos and opinions and look forward to you keeping up the great work. Obviously, on the internet over the years, Triple H is vastly criticised for taking his spotlight, burying, etc. Do you agree with every aspect of this, or do you think some of it is exaggerated? But the thing is, we don't know the truth, do we? Because we're not backstage. So, whereas everyone knows that you marry the boss's daughter and he sits on booking meetings every day, we don't know if he said, right, I'm going to do this. At the end of the day, I mean, like, for example, the way he squashed Booker T at WrestleMania 19. Did he book that or did Vince book that? And he just did as he was told, But we as in, another example of Triple H using his power to bury Booker T. Booker T won't recover from this for years, And I probably said exactly that on my WrestleMania 19 review, didn't I? We don't know the facts because we're not backstage, but I think if reliable sources is a different story because it's. The thing with Triple H is it goes like this. When he's putting on consistently good matches, no one cares what he does. Look in 2000. Triple H was the best wrestler in the Fed in 2000. Because he consistently put on good to great matches, didn't he? So, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's when he's doing shit. In 2003, when he's fucking booking himself to go against Kevin Nash in a boring match that lasts for ages and you're having a 3 pay-per-view feud there, then people get pissed off. I think it's a bit of half and half. And Aaron Bywaters. Hi Mark, I recall hearing you in your review of No Way Out 2002 that you really hated the Santino Marella versus Ricardo Rodriguez tuxedo match. What do you think would have been a more unbearable match to watch? This one, or Randy Orton versus Big Show in a tuxedo match? Let me tell you something, Willis. I have no recollection of that match whatsoever. None. No Way Out 2012. None at all. To be honest, I actually didn't know they did a No Way Out in 2012. I've completely forgotten it. One of the big differences I've said between, say, for example, the Attitude Era, the Golden Era, or anything like that, and now, is that I don't remember things. I just don't remember. Pay-per-views aren't memorable. So No Way Out did that, I don't remember it. I'd say Randy Orton versus Big Show. It'd be a tuxedo match, but it could be more entertaining because they're better storytellers. Whereas Santino just would have been funny. Phenom, L37. Hi, Mark P. Well done on reaching another landmark. Keep up the entertaining videos and all the best for 2015. My question to you is, given the names of wrestlers who have so far been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, is there anyone that, in your opinion, that doesn't deserve to be there and why? Coco Beware is the first one that I think that will come to anyone's mind. I do not understand how that guy is in the Hall of Fame, other than we needed one more guy. This guy said yes. That's it. That guy is not a legend by any stretch of the imagination. You can say about Frankie and all that, but as much as you want. No, doesn't work with me at all. Just doesn't buy. Just doesn't. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. Yeah, that just doesn't wash at all. Don't like that. There's a couple. There's there's a guy in there, I think his name's James Dudley, and he was Vince McMahon Sr.'s chauffeur. He's in the Hall of Fame for driving a car. You know, that's wank. That's ridiculous. For me, it's more people who aren't in it than people who are, you know, Owen Hart, Rick Rude, people like that. That just like, how is this man not in your? It can't be a Hall of Fame if this guy isn't in it. You know, Tito Santana's not a fucking legend. He went in 2004. Don't agree with that. You know, if I thought about it, I'm sure there'd be like one a year. That's like no, you know, all that. But A 9132 Robot Wars says, God damn, it's chatting on for half an hour already. Half an hour, so I don't think we're going to get through them all. Hi Mark, been a viewer now since 2008, roughly. So, I wanted to give you a big congrats. 2008, man! Jesus Christ. So I wanted to give you a big congratulations on the new milestone. Keep up the great work. My question to you is, do you believe that referees in wrestling are given enough credit by both big names in the wrestling business and fans alike? I personally believe they are not given enough credit or gratitude, considered they are probably one of the most important jobs in wrestling. Thanks for reading. That is a good question. Now, the thing is, the job of a good referee is to be invisible. You should never notice the referee. Unless he gets bumped or something like that draws their attention to you, you should never. You should be. Think about it, This is. I think why you're saying that referees don't get the attention they deserve. For me, and I could be wrong on this one, but yeah, wrestling fans, we shouldn't ever notice the ref. We shouldn't be looking at the referee because we should be looking at the action that's going on in the ring that isn't the referee. Referees are hugely important, so important. I thought a referee just counted 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And it says, when someone says asking me, do you want to quit? No, it's so much more than that. The timing of the match is in their hand. You know, they tell the wrestlers to go home. Any instructions from the back in the earpiece are conveyed to the wrestlers through the referee, etc., etc. There's so much that they do, and of course it's fucking hard work, really hard work. Being a referee, throwing yourself around like that. I've spoken to referee Des, who does the PCW shows, and after, he'll do like 2 matches and have to go to the back and have a rest. Can't imagine. Sometimes he's booked as the only referee on a show, right? And imagine that. Imagine doing 3 matches and then getting a break and then doing another 3 matches. And you're just going, it's got to be so tiring. And if you think about it, you're into a home stretch of a match, yeah, and there's lots of near falls, so you're getting down again and again and again. And you can't just lie on the mat going, I'll sort of work around you. So you've got to have a decent amount of fitness and all that jazz, and there's a lot to remember and all that. Yeah, referees seriously underrated, but at the same time, I think it's understandable why we as fans just go, it's just a ref. Yeah. And especially in this day and age where WWE won't even let them name the referees these days, which is fucking stupid. But at the same time, again, it's that we're not meant to pay any attention to the referee. The referee's just there to count the 4 in the fans' eyes. We should never, especially when wrestlers try and get themselves over. Referees try and get themselves over. That's when it's bad. The whole, let me have a think. Oh yeah, I can't think of any example whatsoever. Yeah, but that's what. Yeah, you should never pay any attention to the ref. As a worker, never. It should just not happen, okay? Ben Kelly, how highly would you rate WrestleMania 30 amongst the rest? On first viewing, I thought for sure it's the best WrestleMania since 23, but unsure how I would rank among the others. Would love to hear your opinion, Mark. Apologies for the terrible worded question. Enjoying videos as always. Long time viewer. Cheers, Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. Let me tell you something. This is what I just mentioned. Memorable, right? WrestleMania 30, opener, main event. Don't remember the rest. Don't have any. I couldn't tell you most of the results. I remember Bryan versus Triple H, and I remember the triple threat match main event, and that's about it. There's not a lot I can remember. I think seriously now. WrestleMania 30 was. I've got nothing, guys. Seriously, I've got nothing at all. Now this may be because I'm in a raw. I'm one of these days that's there's so much going on, but no, I just don't remember. So yeah, it can't be that great, can it? Is what I'll say. I don't. If I wasn't in a rush, I would actually pause the vid here, go and find the card for WrestleMania 30, and go, right. Actually, I thought it was this, or I'd go and chuck a look on my review and say, well, you thought this of it. I don't remember it. I don't remember WrestleMania 30. I can tell you the entire card of most of the earlier WrestleManias, but that just is a stumper. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm so bad. Hi Mark, Goad316, who you saw on my Christmas vid, says, Hi Mark, congrats on another milestone. My question is, when, if the network launches on the 19th, we know your first review will be the Great American Bash 89 for Joey. See, he remembers. Well done. But what will your second non-series release? This is very specific. Non-series, because I would have gone, well, it's going to be something for 99 Sucks Revisited, or 10 years ago. 99 Sucks Revisited starts this week. I need a logo. God, I just thought I haven't asked for a graphic to make yet. Shit. I'm going to do Rumble 99. It's first off the bat. So yeah, what will be my first? What will be a second non-series related review? Hey, you've asked 2 questions. That's not because you did me that Christmas event. I won't mind at all. I don't mind at all. I've been asked to do Halloween Havoc 92 with the Chamber of Horrors match. I may do WrestleMania 2. Last year I did WrestleManias 1 and 10, didn't I? So this year I'd like, if I've got the time, to do 2 and 11. My thinking being that eventually, if I do like 2 a year, as well as the current one, we'll have them all covered eventually. It'll take a decade, but it might get there. So maybe that. The OSW boys, their next vid's going to be Rumble 2001 as part of their new series. I may go and watch that because I watched, this is a rare one, I watched my review of it the other day because it was one of those, as soon as they announced that they were doing that series, they're doing Rumble 2001, then No Way Out 2001, the final Nitro and the simulcast Raw, and then WrestleMania 17. It's just one of those Spooge McDuck sort of things, isn't it? So I thought, right, let's go and see what I thought of it. I know in the back of my mind I fucking love Rumble 2001, but I just thought I'd go and watch my review. It's just something I don't do very often if I can help it. And it's like going, I love this show. It's a 9 out of 10 sort of show, and it's one of those, I can't wait for those guys to fucking mark out over it. I don't know. It's the truth. I might just grab a random pay-per-view. I might just say random pay-per-view. But at the same time, I remember I did those live Q&As. One of the reasons I did those is because I would like to try and do something where me and you guys watch a show together. So it might be a case of, right, let's watch this, And so, send out a tweet saying, tomorrow we're going to watch Starrcade 94 together at 8 o'clock. Come and join me. If you've got the network, because it'll be like, the network's working now for everyone. So if you've got the network, join me, 8 o'clock, have it paused at 000, and we'll watch it together, and we'll have shits and giggles as Brother Brutai takes on Hogan. Anyway, you asked for more, didn't you? With Progress Wrestling over here in England, selling out the Electric Ballroom. Check this out. If you didn't know this, check this out. This is how strong British wrestling is at the moment, yeah? They sold out a 700 seater building yesterday, in 1 hour. They sold out in 1 hour. So while PCW, for example, that I go to regularly, their Saturday show for the Super Show of Honor sold out in a couple of weeks, 1 hour. 1 hour. Could you see a British Fed putting on shows in arenas like the Manchester Apollo, which is 3,500 capacity, the Brighton Centre, which is 5,000 capacity, or even Wembley Arena, which holds 12,500 people? Keep up the good work, dude. Cheers, fella. Now then, Brit Rest question. First one. Gas on about British wrestling all day. It says volumes, doesn't it? My thought is the dome shows that the FWA ran back in the day and 1PW ran back in the day, and financially they're not sustainable. They can't keep them going. But at the same time, what I would do, Progress, do you put on a one-off show at a venue that holds 1,000 people just to see if that sells out as well? The Apollo one could be maybe. It won't be Future Shock, unfortunately, or anyone around here, but I would like to see someone give the dome show a try. The thing with doing the dome shows or big stadium shows is that if they go wrong, they lose a lot of money. So, if the Electric Ballroom hadn't sold out, they may have lost X amount. But when these are big venues and they need a lot of people, it's not just. Thing is, of course, it's not just a case of doing. You don't just put on a wrestling show. There's all security that goes with it, and it's a huge. Reading the books from the 1PW books and all that from the time, and you go and just, these shows sound so complicated. But to answer your question, because I'm just waffling here, 3,500 capacity, not sure, but somewhere like 1,000 or 1,500, that wouldn't surprise me. BCW's venue holds 1,000 people. I've seen that place full various times. So, you know, it's certainly doable. It's just one of those awesome things. I've only ever been to one Progress show, and that bothers me great. Alex said last night I need to go to a Progress show. It's like, why haven't you fucking said that before, you arse? But yeah, I've been to one. I had such a good time, and I've always wanted to go back because yeah, there's a Progress show online. Go and look for it. You know, it's fucking great. I'm so chuffed that British wrestling is enjoying this renaissance that it is at the moment. You know, it's just so good. Love to go to a Progress show again. I would love to. It's just such a long drive, and their shows sell out so fast. And I've heard that to get a decent seat, you have to get to the venue like 4 hours beforehand, something like that, because there's so many people there. Madness. Fox Star Killer. Another rock-related question. I don't know if you've answered this one already or not. That makes sense. How different do you think the boom period of the late 90s, early 2000s would have been if Dwayne Johnson had been The Rock from day one, as opposed to changing from Rocky Maivia into The Rock? That is interesting, because of course it was a natural thing, wasn't it? And you know, they tried things. When he became The Rock, he tried things out one week, and if it didn't work, he wasn't done again. He brought in new theme music. I said this recently on the 1988 Rids. In November, before the Survivor Series, there was this 1 week where he had this shit, awful dance music. You know, if someone who likes electronic music, this was terrible, generic beat and bass dance beat. You know, it was so poor, it was so rubbish. It was trial and error sort of thing, wasn't it? I think if he came in 1996, you know, getting on the mic, you're calling people jabronis and shit like that, people would have looked at him and the fuck is this? I think probably would have got a similar reaction to what I don't know. It took time for the charisma to come shining through, didn't it? Rock was very nervous in his first year or so. It wasn't until he turned heel and joined the Nation that we really started to see the personality come through. So, I just don't think it would have worked. How different do you think the boom period? Boom period was built on Austin, so I don't think the boom period may have been. I don't know. I think it would have been very different in 2000. Check this question now. Wandy Morton. Hey, Markykins. I was just wondering, this is genuine, I'm not making this up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you like Rikishi and Brodus Clay to have butt sex? To me, I would masturbate while screaming, Mark P eats crayons! Mark P eats crayons! Come here, Wandy Bourne. I'd love to see that. Saint Jimmy Stupid question. Saint Jimmy 182. Hi, Mark, with a big C, with a capital C. Congratulations on the 1,000. I wouldn't want to see them ever have butt sex. Why would I ever want that? You weird person. Congratulations on 1,700 subscribers. My question to you is, although it may feel a bit rhetorical, when Edge first broke into the main event scene in the New Year's Revolution 2006, which was one of his feuds, do you think was his best? Keep up the outstanding work. Going into 2015 and beyond, it's outstanding, but my views are falling so damn fast. So fast. Do you know, my last episode, 1998, was it great? It's got about 600 views. And you sat going, so yeah, 1,100 people don't care. And I want to start a new series. It's like, why bother? Why don't you just stick to the 10 years ago vid, you fucking idiot? No one wants to hear what you think about 1999, and then you leave a big pause because it's ... Again, if they wanted to, it's sure if people wanted to know what I thought of the year 1999, they'd go and watch the 1999 Suck series. Surely no one is going to watch me talk about shows that I've already reviewed. It doesn't matter that it was 6 years ago that I reviewed them, it's still got my opinion. Surely my opinion's not going to be that different. Anyway, that's me going off. John Cena is Edge's best feud, so I'd probably say that is the truth. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Yeah. Sonic James Shoes. Hi Mark, long time fan. Since 2007 again. Do you remember when I used to have loads of views? Do you remember that? That Royal Rumble 2001 review that I was just on about a moment ago. Thousands of views. Anyway, it's so depressing. It really is. I think I've missed a question. I think I've missed a couple of questions actually. Yeah, I have. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sonic James Stooge. Oh, I'll do Sonic J. Hi Mark, long time fan since 2007. Just wanted to know if you're keeping up with the DDP yoga. You are looking a lot healthier and better these days. All the best. DDP yoga I stopped doing a while back. It hurts my hips. For some reason, if I do DDP yoga, the next day and the day after, my hips are murder. I can't walk the pain I'm in. So it's just, I've actually put on half a stone over Christmas because I just indulged a lot. And now, this week I started back on the diet, so it's back 2 whole days, you know, so I haven't lost any weight yet. But yeah, it's more diet and exercise, lots and lots and lots of exercise, which I hate, because I hate exercise with an all-consuming passion because I'm very lazy. Gummy Davidson says, oh, thank you for the compliment, by the way. It means the world. It really does. What made you start uploading videos onto YouTube? Ah, well. Goes like this. I was on a dirt sheet, prowrestling.com, I think it was called. So there was a link to something about Sting. Clicked on the link, brought up a YouTube video about Sting. First time I'd ever even heard of YouTube, this was. And I said, oh, this looks interesting. Signed up for an account. Because at that time, we just started our own little backyard thread, which was called CRCW. Chicago Rock Cafe Wrestling, if anyone's interested, was its original name, because that's where we first, Alex worked at Chicago Rock, and we used to go and wrestle on their dance floor, believe it or not. Yeah, true. It was changed to Crazy Reckless Championship Wrestling, which sounds so stupid. Anyway, the point is that we found that, look, if we make moves or videos or matches and put them online, people watch them, which is strange. So we did, and they did, and that's how it started. And it was Big Rob 1997 who taught me into doing Q&As, and the rest is history. So it all started with Q&As. Doing what I'm doing now is my bread and butter. It's what I started doing. Reviews came a long time afterwards, I think. Yeah, it's doing what I'm doing now that started off. Gummy. Chopper Carwin. Hi Mark, do you think the IWC, he calls us the idiot wrestling community, are too critical on wrestling? I think they're too busy comparing it to the past, and I think it's silly due to the fact the past is the past. Past is the past. We are a critical bunch. We are an overly critical bunch. Someone like myself, I nitpick over little things so much. I think with my style of reviewing is, look, if I say this is shit, it's shit. If I say it's alright, but trust me on this one. If I say it's good, it's good. It's just that simple. That's the way I've always looked at it. So my star rating can be a bit all over the place, and sometimes I go back and look at reviews and go, why did I give that many stars or that little stars? Because it deserves that more. But if I rate a match 4 stars, take it to the bank that it's good. It's a good match. I think we are all overly critical. We all wish it was back how it was back in the day. And then if you do a series like I've just done, where you go and review the shows from back in the day, it was just as shit then as it is now. Wrestling is fucking terrible. 1998, the best year for the Attitude Era. A lot of people think, I would argue against that now, because I've watched all the pay-per-views and I've watched all the Raws as well from 1998, and just come through with the look. Occasional great moment, most of it's wank, but you remember the great moments. They stand out. They cloud your judgment, I suppose. You think to yourself, oh yeah, man, that was amazing because of this, and you're just going, yeah, no, it just wasn't. So you have the Raw where Stone Cold comes in his Zyboni, or whatever it's called. That's a memorable moment. The rest of the Raw is garbage. Do you know the past is the past? Yeah, and we all live in the past and remember how good the past was. Because that's the thing, it's like wrestling in 2000 in the Attitude Era was so good for the majority of the year. WrestleMania was toss. But look at Rumble, look at No Way Out, and Backlash, and Judgment Day, and King of the Ring, Fully Loaded, and SummerSlam. Great shows. All of them fantastic. All of them, 8 out of 10 sort of shows, aren't they? The average for the year is 7 out of 10, and the majority of that is because of the early months. So that's, we prefer to dwell on that and go, oh yeah, wrestling was great back then, and compare it to now. If you look at the averages for the year, I reckon this year is probably the same as 98, isn't it? We're all too critical. I admit that I'm too critical. I've got a completely different criteria. When I'm watching the wrestling that I watched last night, I sat there with a glass of Jack Daniels in my hand, giggling away like a little girl, And when I'm reviewing, it's different. It's not too different. It's just I spot, whereas. You see a botch and you just go, oh, it's a botch. Whereas I've got to write down, and then they botched this, and people don't like it if I just go, and then they botch, and be like, oh my god, he did this, and it was fucking shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing the audience, that make sense? Does that make sense? It makes perfect sense in my head. I just hope I've worded it rightly. You can't just if people have got standards or people have got things that they're expecting from one of my views. Some guy in one of I've got if there's just a random bloke and then some guy came out, you can't just say it like that. People complain. And if Triple H does his spine buster in the main event, you can't just say, and then Triple H did a spine buster, which was lovely, and it got 2, and then you move on, people be like, whoa, Pearson, whoa, you can imagine the rage in the comments, rah! That's not talking about whether it's critical or not, that's just going off on one, isn't it? Ha. We're all too critical. We are all too critical. We should just sit and enjoy it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't review as all the British shows I go to. Because as much as I want... Right, so let's say Future Shock, for example. I want to review Future Shock shows because what I want more than anything else is for you... you have to be a British person, obviously, but you, the fan, or you, the... I don't like calling my people who watch my vids fans. If you want to call yourself a fan of my work, that's lovely, but to me, you are my viewers, all right? Big difference. If one of my viewers watches a review of me with a massive smile on my face talking about Future Shock and goes, this guy fucking loves this British wrestling shit, I want to give it a try. That's what I want. The thing is that I don't want to sit and take notes at all, and I really do not like saying anything negative on British reviews. And because I think about it, it really is the look. These wrestlers know who I am, and if I say something negative about them, there's a chance, because it's happened in the past, that these wrestlers will get in touch. Why did you say that about me? Because they can't imagine that an opinion's just an opinion, But I don't want to be too critical, because there are people watching this video right now, say if you're one of these people, who go to British shows because I've said they're good. See, they are. There's at least 2. So I want my reviews to be as glowing as they can be. So it's hard. So it becomes very hard when something, there's a botchy match, for example, and you go, oh man, this was shit. So you say on you say on the vid, like, oh, this was shit, and then you have to send them a personal message saying, I'm sorry, but I think you'd rather me be honest. And 9 times out of 10 wrestlers are cool with it, they're completely cool, but there's that one every fucking time that just goes, how dare you say that about me? How dare you say I botched when I fell off the top rope? I did it on purpose and shit. And you just go, fuck off. You should be kissing my ass that I'm giving you attention, you prick. Out of all the pay-per-views you've reviewed, says Chris Bartolini, which had the most baffling booking decisions you can remember? Anything from WCW in 2000 where Russo's booking it surely is the top answer for that one. Swerves for swerve's sake and all that. Baffling booking decision. Baffling. Come on, Mark, top of your head. WCW, maybe. Baffling. Just completely baffling. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Come on! This is why we like to look at the questions beforehand, because I just don't know. Baffling. 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 Come on, Mark, we've only got 10 minutes, if that. Baffling. Come on, I want to ask more questions. I'm sorry, I can't, off the top of my head, because I'm a moron, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry, Chris. Stu Malcolm says, this is an interesting question because I've been waiting for this. Stu Malcolm asks, next episode of the IWF. You may remember that I did a live Q&A, I think it was in November, and loads of people said, will you bring back the IWF? And I was just like, no, because no fucker will watch it. But, people, come on, watch the IWF, come on, please. So I did. I brought it back on a sort of trial basis. Let's see what people think of this. People seem to like the first episode and then didn't give a fuck about the second or third. So it's just like the 4th episode is recorded and it's ready to have the commentary put on and uploaded, but no one cares, mate. There's no interest. You notice that this is why I say this is really interesting. You are the first person to get in touch and say, hey, where's the next episode of the IWF? There's been no interest in it at all. And my rule will always be, look, if a series or something that I do isn't getting the views, I'll stop doing it because I'm not interested. It's not worth my time. IWF isn't worth my time. It's that simple. It's just not worth it. So I don't know. It's the truth. If there's demand for it, you'll find out who became the new champion. But if there isn't, then you won't, and we'll leave it at that. I'll probably delete them, is the truth. I'll probably give it a couple more days, and if there's no more interest, I'll just delete them. Coal Miners Club. Hey, Mark. Cheers on 1,700 subscribers. It's pretty obvious that Sting will be wrestling at WrestleMania this year, probably versus Triple H. My question to you is, which Sting would you like to see? Old school blonde hair, colourful Sting, or post-NWO Crow Sting? P.S. January the 19th. Jerry, don't worry. If it happens, I got burned last. Us Brits got burned so hard last time. I'm sure you Americans can understand that when it says, yes, the network will be launched on January the 19th, I will be sat waiting for it, but I won't. Here's the thing, right, yo. I won't be getting it on the 19th. I'll be getting it on the 26th or the 27th, a week later. And I'll tell you why. It's nice and simple. And that's why I'm off to Spain in the end of the month for a week. Because my brother's 30, believe it or not. This is a terrifying thought. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why this video is being done today. Because I've got Rumble 99, Rumble 2005, TNA Final Resolution, and WCW Sold Out 1999 to still do this month, and so I've got to get some of those watched and get them as scheduled uploads for while I'm away, if that makes sense. Well, the point I was going to say is that it's last time I was sat there, I went literally. It was at I think it was at 7:30, and the network was due to go live at 8, something like that. I said, right, here's the crack. I'm going to go around to Tesco, local supermarket, I'm going to go around to Tesco, I'm going to get some stuff, and then when I come back, I'll sign up to the network. And when I got back, it was, I got a text message while I was out network delayed. Like, you cannot be fucking serious. You can't be serious. Looking at the time of the text at 2 minutes to, like, fuck off, what's happened here? So yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know, fancy NWO Sting. I much prefer the look, if nothing else. Inga Moore, and yes, I will be doing it, don't worry. Great American Bash, 89, promise. Remember how I said before, I want to watch shows together? That would be a prime one to do, wouldn't it? Because I'm sure there's people out there who are watching this video now who've never seen it. So I'd like that. Should we do that, Joey? Should we all watch it together via Google Hangout? Would you like to do that? Let me know in the comments. Inga Moore, right, last question, I'm afraid. Inga Morgan says, all right, Mark, congratulations. My question is, how hard do you find it to make your reviews with so many tedious pay-per-views about? My reviews for the series reviews, so the 10 years ago and 98 or 99 or whatever, and now 97, and as it was, normally take about a week to do. If it's a good show, I can watch the show in one go. Watch the show and immediately film my review. That's what I like. I will set aside 3 hours and go, right, this is what I'm doing. As a rule, I watch 2 matches and then go and do something else with my time. Remember what I was talking about before about just not being the biggest of wrestling fans? 2 matches, maybe 3. Well, yeah, New Year's Revolution I watched in 2 goes, for example, and that was a terrible show. I watched the undercard, knowing that it was wank, and then went on and did something else, knowing that, right, tomorrow we'll do the main event, then do your review. That's one of the things I always do, right? Say for argument's sake, on Wednesday, today, I watch Royal Rumble 99, like I said, I've got to do that bit. I will watch all of it until the main event, and then tomorrow morning I'll watch the main event, and then I'll film my review the moment the main event's finished. I'll watch the match, I'll come in here, set it up as we are now, and I'll watch the main event, because I always like, my review style, I always go through the main event. It could be the worst match ever, but I'll tell you, I'll give you the play-by-play for the main event. And I like the main event to be fresh in my mind when I'm doing my review. With the tedious pay-per-views, yeah. Well, the WCW 2000 ones were the worst. They were taking me, a couple of weeks to review. Because you'd watch a couple of matches and then just go, fuck this company, or fuck this show, just fuck it. I've got better things to do with my time than watch this shit. But at the same time, I'm a stickler for deadlines. Thursday is my upload date for the series, as you may have noticed. And I really do, like I'm saying this month, I've got 4 more vids to do this month. I haven't actually got the time to do them. There isn't the weeks. I like to do a vid a week. That's me. I'm not one of these reviewers, not one of these uploaders who can upload loads and loads of videos. I know 3 vids in 3 days regarding this week, but it's just on the timing front. It really is. I'm decorating my girlfriend's bedroom, so yeah, it's all up in there. So tedious pay-per-views make it. It's one of those, because you sat on a Wednesday morning, you get up, right, what have I got to do today? Right, I've got to watch WCW. because you've got to review it tomorrow, so you've got to get it done today. Like, oh, come on. And when you're watching fucking Ernest the Cat Miller, and you're just going, yay. It's hard. It's because of you guys. What I'll say to answer the question, the best thing I say, it's because of you guys. You guys subscribe to me. You guys want to see what I've got to say about these shows. And so that's it. And then this is what I'm saying before. This is what I'll leave you on this one. This is what I'm saying, that when my view count is so low at the moment, it's frightening. It's really, really scary, because it's going. I could probably make a graph, and month on month it's going down. It's going down very gradually. Like, I had 3,000 less views in January in December than I did in November, for example. But weirdly, as you know, I won't talk about that because I'm not allowed to talk about the money side of it. But I was going to tell you about something that happened with the money side of it in December, which was very, very strange. But I'm not allowed to talk about it. So unfortunately, we will leave it there. So unfortunately, there will be a part 2, which I'll try and do tomorrow. I will do it later on tonight. Like I say, top right wisdom tooth is coming out today. So I don't think I'll be able to speak when I'm done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this. I hope I've answered your questions satisfactorily. I know that I'm shit at these, and I know that you know that I don't like doing these because I don't have time to prepare. So some of your questions I can't answer, and I'm sat there going, in my mind going, I don't know what the answer to that is. How can I answer it, I probably should just pick and choose what the best questions are, but I think I owe it to you guys to answer every one that I can as best I can, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a part 2 to this, unfortunately. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy and see you all soon. To the dentist!